Before I start the video, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please click the like button and leave comments in the comments section. Today's video comes courtesy of Geeks and Gamers Daily. I was listening to Ryan and Drunk 3PO on Wednesday, and apparently Jay likes to find these weird articles and have Ryan comment on them. And when I was listening, he had found an article about breathing through your butt. I'm going to pause right here and let that one sink in. Now, while I was listening to them talk about this article, several questions came to mind. And the first question that popped into my head was why? Effing why? As in, why anyone would ever want to do this, and why anyone would ever volunteer to do it. And while Ryan and Jay only did a minor probing of the article, I plan to go balls deep into this glory hole. So without further ado, let's get to the article. And there it is. Human trials bring us closer to breathing through our butts. And the way they phrase this, it sounds like that this is supposed to be a good thing. I'm not in agreement. And apparently, there's this new human clinical trial, and it's shown it's safe, at least to deliver oxygen rectally. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there's like this other procedure for detecting cancer, I believe, in the large intestine. And basically what they do is they shoot liquid barium up your butt, and it makes your large intestine glow like Las Vegas at night. And I guess you can see like if there's pulpits and cancer and stuff like that in there. I think that's how it works. I mean, if you're like someone that's more familiar with this procedure and you want to leave a comment and correct me on this, please do. But I think that's the basis of how this works. So now instead of shooting barium up your butt, they're going to be shooting liquid oxygen. Okay. But basically what they're saying here is that there's a good reason behind it. If proven effective, it could become a backup or backdoor maybe method for providing oxygen to patients with blocked airways. The work isn't entirely without precedent. Animals like pigs, rodents, turtles, and some fish are known to be capable of butt-chugging oxygen when the need arises. Okay, so you're a gay fish. I mean, without going any further, a couple of things are popping into my head. I don't know if you're a fan of South Park, but a couple of the old episodes, and I don't remember the names exactly, but one was everyone in South Park started eating through their butt and crapping through their mouths. It was a really pleasant episode. And then the other one that kind of pops to mind was the human centipede episode where I believe Kyle got roped into being this experiment where he was tied lips to ass to a couple other people and a centipede type thing. And then they attached an iPad to it. And apparently everybody shitting in everyone else's mouth was the way the iPad was being powered. This kind of reminds me of these things. Anyways, going on to the article, they're calling the process enteral ventilation, and researchers envisioned that in the case of humans, it would involve delivering perfluorocarbon, I don't know that word, sorry if I butchered it, liquid containing a very high concentration of oxygen directly into the rectum. I get what they're kind of going for here because, and again, if I've got this wrong, say something in the comment section if you know better, but I believe like the large intestine is responsible for absorbing like 90% of the water that comes through your body, and then it redistributes into the bloodstream, and that's how you keep properly hydrated. I guess they think that you could do the same thing with liquid oxygen, that the large intestine would absorb the liquid oxygen and then pass it into the bloodstream, and the oxygen would go throughout the body. I guess that's what we're thinking here. But here's the whole problem. I mean, what happens if you're like constipated or something? I'm just bringing that up. I mean, you know, people have problems in that tract. You know, are you going to suffocate? I mean, you know, if you're really backed up, the oxygen can't get to the large intestine because the large intestine's full of shit, literally. So I'm not sure how this works. I mean, also, like, if this is the airway, and someone needs, like, you know, they have some sort of episode and they're not breathing, how are you supposed to get oxygen into their body? I mean, listen, my wife's been married to me for almost 30 years, and her lips have never come anywhere near my rectum, and vice versa. So if the person I know the most isn't willing to put their lips on my butt, then how's it going to work with a complete stranger? I mean, I guess maybe you could carry around like a bicycle tire pump or something, shove that up there and like pump and get air in that way. I don't know. I mean, this is just really weird. And we keep scrolling down here. The first clinical trial wasn't testing how well the method worked. It was focused on whether it was safe. Well, I think that's very fair and very wise. To that end, 27 healthy male volunteers in Japan. Okay, well, that explains a few things. Okay, those Japanese people, they're kind of freaky. And they were tasked with holding between 25 and 1,500 milliliters of a non-oxygenated version of the liquid in their rectums for 60 minutes. So basically, you've been given a non-oxygenated enema, and you're supposed to hold that in your butt for an hour. Now, I don't know, 25 milliliters, that's not that much, right? But 1,500 milliliters, isn't that 1.5 liters? Isn't that like over a gallon? That's a gallon of water up your ass. I mean, again, please correct me in the comments section if my math is wrong. But that seems like 1.5 liters. Isn't that like close to a gallon? I can't imagine butt chugging a gallon of anything and then holding it for an hour. That seems to be rather uncomfortable to me in many ways. Okay, no serious adverse effects were reported, although participants taking the highest volumes did feel some abdominal bloating, discomfort, and pain. I bet you did. Other vital signs remained unchanged, and only 7 participants weren't able to hold their breath for the whole hour. Oh, you pansies, you gave up and let the liquid out before they were ready. I can't. I just can't anymore. This is. Oh God, I can't. Oh my God. Oh, it's really hard to take this seriously. This is the first human data, and the results are limited solely on demonstrating the safety of the procedure and its effectiveness, said Takanori Taikibi, biomedical scientist at the University of Osaka. Dude, you're a freak. Okay? That's all I got to say. You got some weird fetish, and you got like 27 men to volunteer to fill your fetish. But now that we have established tolerance, well, some more than others, the next step will be to evaluate how effective the process is for delivering oxygen in the bloodstream. Oh boy. Yeah. I can't wait for that one. The next trial will use properly oxygenated version of the liquid and test how much and for how long it needs to be held to clinically improve a patient's blood oxygen levels. Okay. I am so thankful. I'm almost 60, okay? I'm getting up there in age. And my blood oxygen levels are usually around 98, 99%. And I am so thankful for this because that means that I am never going to have to have to deal with this shit. Quite literally and figuratively. And I mean, what a, like, anal sex. I mean, what's going on here? I gotta get out of this article. I'm done. I mean, if you roll that way, are you gonna like suffocate somebody with your, is this like the equivalent of gagging on giving a BJ? I mean, is this like the reverse equivalent of that? I have no words. This whole thing, I really don't know what else to say. No. I mean, it doesn't surprise me this is coming from Japan, okay? I've been to Japan before, okay? They got some people that got some freak on over there, and I'm telling you right now, and it would be the Japanese that would come up with something like this. Oh, we need to figure out a different way to breathe. Well, we do have this other orifice that's usually only an exit. Let's see if we can make it a two-way door and use it to breathe. I mean, you can't even put an oxygen mask and get a tight seal around somebody's rectum. So you can't. I don't totally. No, I'm done. I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. So I think this is a good spot to stop this video. So like my father told me when I was 18 years old, get out.